Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list update videos. Today's date is Monday, May 3rd, 2021. So 4 months through the year, and trophy progress is continuing slowly at this point because obviously I gotta get that 500th platinum before I can start going on a tear with other platinum games. But this will have covered the week of April 26th through May the 2nd of 2021. So I earned trophies in 3 games this week, and I would also like to point out that it is the start of a new month, so you can now go get your $1 million for GTA 5 Online. It's now in the PlayStation Store. You can download it from there, so just keep that in mind. So I only worked on 3 games this week, didn't get started on The Division. Obviously, I mean, I'm probably gonna keep saying that for quite a while because no one even wants to boost that crap. We'll figure it out someday, hopefully, or I'll just give up on it because honestly, I don't know. I gotta be able to find people who are capable enough of, playing it and that we can find lobbies and all that kind of stuff. Also, as for other games, I actually just got Metro Exodus on Gamefly, so hopefully be able to do that one in the near future. I'm actually looking forward to that one because I love the first 2 Metro games. I know this one's a little bit harder, but I mean, the first 2 were a lot of fun. Hopefully this one's still pretty good. So the first game I worked on this week and 100%ed, Destiny. So with that, I now have both Destiny 1 and 2 100% complete. I don't have the PS5 version of Destiny 2 done for obvious reasons. But yeah, I've actually finished it, which I'm very proud of to have both games done. As for Destiny, we can just look through the entire trophy list now. So reverse a decision from an upgrade grid. As long as you have a couple of different upgrades available, you'll get this one pretty early on, probably just naturally. Then we have a story-related trophy. This is going to be the first trophy you get in the game. You're going to get it right at the beginning when you go to when you have to rebuild your ship in like the very first mission of the game. You have to kill 25 Cabal with precision shots in 1 mission without dying, and you're actually going to have to do this for all 4 different factions. So they're all pretty easy to do. You just have to find a mission where you can kill them in and just do it that way. I believe that some of the surface activities on each planet also count for this, but I could be wrong on that. Maybe like some of the, collection missions and stuff. Decrypt 25 Ingrams, this is pretty much unmissable, because you're going to get tons of them throughout the course of the game, especially when you're going for the DLCs. Dismantle 50 items, that's going to be pretty much unmissable as well. Equip a piece of exotic gear. This might take a little bit longer, but it will easily come naturally while going for all the other trophies in the game. A new personal vehicle, I believe this actually might be a story-related trophy. Then have all armor and weapon slots equipped with legendary or exotic gear. This one will take a while to get, but by the time you're, a higher level and all, you'll probably end up with this naturally by the time you're working on everything else, especially in the DLCs. Then the 25 Fallen with precision shots. Like I said, there's one for each of the factions. Then you have to do the Grimoire score of 777. I'm not entirely sure if it still works the same way, because I'm not even sure the Bungie Grimoire tracker is still there. But it should unlock naturally just by, pretty much doing normal actions. You'll get it without much trouble at all. Then you have to get 25 Hive with precision shots. That's the 3rd faction. Inspect another player. I'm not sure what the button is to do that, but it's obviously not difficult. I mean, a lot of people might just not think to do it, but it's not difficult at all. Then 5 enemies in 3 seconds. You're going to get this one naturally many, many times throughout the course of the game. Then earn Vanguard and Crucible rank 1 just requires you to do bounties and kill enemies for these various factions. I mean, I didn't get these until like a year after the game came out, but they're very, very easy because of that. Just, go in, keep working at the game, and you'll get these ones pretty much naturally while going for everything else. Highest tier of completion in 10 public events, that is the gold medal, and you can easily get this while farming Arkan's Forge in the Rise of Iron DLC. And there are plenty of other easy public events out there that you can do, so it shouldn't cause much of a problem. Capture 50 points in Control. This is a Crucible trophy, as is assist in capturing 20 capture points in Salvage, and killing 100 of each character type, as well as earning the first kill. 25 kills with PvP with heavy weapons, and the Hunter, Titan, and Warlock without dying in a PvP match. So with all of these trophies, The 100 Hunters, Titans, and Warlocks are all pretty easy, but the rest, these days, you may have to boost, because I'm not... Well, no, Control, and I think is still pretty active. It's one of the more active modes, but I don't really remember what Salvage even is. I think that's the one... Actually, no, I don't know what that one is, but you're probably going to have to boost these now just because the Crucible is mostly dead. A lot more people have, jumped onto Destiny 2 or jumped into other games. So you're probably going to have to boost both of these. You might not have to boost these 3 because they're all relatively easy overall. They just take time. Though there's a lot of, super high-level gear players in the online that still play it. So that's going to make it more difficult regardless. The first strike kill, same thing. You're probably going to want to boost this now if you didn't get it back in the day. 25 kills in PvP with heavy weapons. You probably don't need to boost this one because the heavy weapons are pretty strong, but you certainly can boost it to make it go a little bit faster. Then triple play. This is by far the hardest of the multiplayer trophies. You have to kill a member of each class without dying. And this, I believe, is the main one that I had to boost. Yeah, I didn't boost any of the others. So this is the only one that I had to get some help with just because it is fairly challenging. Because, you don't know what classes people are going to play as. You can die easily in just one hit from out of nowhere. So, unfortunately, you are probably going to have to boost a lot of the multiplayer now. It's not difficult. It doesn't take too much time to get through, but you are going to have to do that. Then you have your 4 raid trophies. You have to complete a raid on hard, complete a raid with a full fire team consisting of your clan members, and complete a raid on any difficulty without anyone in your fire team dying. So for these 4 trophies, the raid and the raid on hard are going to be unlocked while going for the 100% completion anyway. This one can actually be done in the Prison of Elders, which is really, really good because, that's where I got both of them at. You're definitely going to want to do it in Prison of Elders because it only needs 3 people instead of 6. And it's a lot easier to get 3 people together for a clan and everything than it is for 6 people. Especially if people don't want to join each other's clans and stuff. The hard difficulty raid, if you do it on Crota, it's not too bad, but especially if you just do this while you're going for the DLC trophies, you'll get it there because you have to complete those raids on the hard difficulties. And then Flawless Raider is, of course, the most infamously difficult trophy in the game, but it's really, if you have a good group to carry you through Crota, it's not going to cause much of a problem. Because with Crota, as long as no one dies in the jumping down into the pit at the beginning, you can have 2 experienced players run through the entirety of the maze and forward it. Then you have the bridge section, which is probably the hardest part of that raid. And, when we did it, though, we actually got it first try, which was awesome. We didn't have any screw-ups at all. And then after that, it's just killing enemies and then fighting Crota. And if you're doing it on the normal, the easiest level of it, it's really not that bad. Then you have to reach Vanguard rank 3, which should come naturally while going for your 100%. Then resurrect 5 fallen players. You can easily do this one, especially if you're playing in teams. And you'll probably actually get this while playing some strikes and raids at times. Then you have your 3 strike trophies. You have to complete a strike. You have to complete it with a full fire team. So that's another one of those 3-player trophies. And then complete a strike without anyone dying. There's plenty that you can do all this stuff on. None of this should cause any real difficulty. This one just caused me difficulty with finding a group to do it with. And then you have to discover 50 dead ghosts. That was the last trophy I needed for the platinum. There's well over 120 of them in the game, so that's really not a problem at all if you just follow a guide. You can find 30 or 40 in the Crucible just in private matches. Then kill a Champion of the Dark. I don't remember exactly what that requires, exactly what was a Champion of the Dark, at least back in the day, but this is one of the first trophies you're going to get. It's unmissable. Then you have to fully upgrade all of your subclasses, which is extremely time-consuming because, do it once for your main character, that's fine. You expect to do that. But then you have to do it again for 2 other characters. Now, with this, you can either do it legitimately with all 3 characters, or you can buy upgrade packs for your other characters if you wish. They cost $30 in the PlayStation Store, and I did that for my Hunter because I didn't want to play through it a 3rd time. So it's not that it's, it's not even difficult to grind for. It's just that. It's just a crazy grind. You're going to have to be doing a lot of bounties and missions and replaying stuff over and over and over again. It's going to take probably more than 10 hours just to get another class done. So it's a pretty time-consuming set of trophies, and that's probably what they were intending and why they made it possible for you to buy the upgrade packs. So I only bought one. I fully leveled the Warlock and the Titan normally. Then fully upgrade an exotic weapon basically just means, you know, getting kills with it and then infusing materials into it. It's not too difficult. Same with the legendary weapon, but legendary weapons are more common. And then finally the Vex with precision shots in one mission without dying, same as the other trophies. I want to say Vex are on Venus. The Cabal are on Mars, maybe? Does that sound right? Cabal are on Mars. The Hive are on the Moon. And the Fallen are on Earth. I think that's how it was. So then you have the DLC, and in this one you have the Taken King quest, which is the main story. Court of Oryx I don't think is a particularly difficult quest. We got through it without much of a problem. Old Hunger is extremely time-consuming. There is a lot of stuff you're going to have to do on this quest. This is the one to do with the calcified fragments. It's not fun, and it takes a very long time to get all those fragments, but it's not really... It's not terribly difficult if you have a good group, but you are going to have to do some raiding stuff and some stuff in the Court of Oryx and all that can get a little bit time-consuming and annoying over time. So then you have Echoes of Oryx. I don't remember what this quest was, but I had less trouble with this one than this one, even though they're about the same rarity. Then these are all specific to your 3 classes. There's one for each of the 3 types of classes you can play as: Titan, Hunter, Warlock. These basically unlock your 3rd subclass for each. All of these are very easy and don't take long at all to get. Then you have the Wolves of Mars quest, which I believe was technically part of another DLC, but it's a quest line. I think you get it from Petra. And then you have to complete the King's Fall raid and complete it on Heroic. This raid actually didn't give us very much trouble even on Heroic. Like, we only died at a few points, mainly... I think we only failed the final boss like once, so it really wasn't too bad. And then Rise of Iron, where I earned the final trophy for the 100%, the Iron Lord artifacts. First off, these 2 trophies up top are story-related and unmissable. But then the Iron Lord artifacts, there are 8 of them, and 3 of them will randomly appear each week. You have to complete a certain quest from whatever the character is in the Iron Throne area. So you have to talk to a specific character, get her quest, and do noble deeds throughout the Plague Lands, and you have to complete a certain number of them in order to obtain an item that can then be traded for an Iron Lord artifact, which you then take into the temple and attune it very quickly. So this was the last trophy because it takes a minimum of 8 weeks, usually, for most people. I mean, technically you could do it with all 3 of your characters and try to speed it up, but it's also dependent on which Iron Lord artifacts are available each week, because only 3 of the 8 are available each week, and it took me like 3 weeks for my last one to pop up. So it can take a little bit longer. I think this is actually like the rarest trophy in all of the DLCs. It's really not hard though. You can do it with 2 people, and if you have 6 people, it's extremely easy. Just time it, and it's a little bit janky, but it's not difficult. Glory in the taking of it is for the Supremacy game mode. You're probably going to want to try to boost this one if you can, because it's pretty tough to do legitimately because no one plays the game mode and it's not even available each week. Kovic's Sin is a side quest. This was actually my 20,000th trophy, but it's just a random little side quest you're going to do. Then the encounter in Arkan's Forge is very easy. That's just like the arena type thing. It's very simple. Then the Wrath of the Machine and Wrath of the Machine on Heroic. This one gave us more trouble than the other one, even though I was getting carried through it. This one's just really long, and I was pretty tired by the end of it. So yeah, Destiny is 100% complete, as is Destiny 2. Still got to go do Destiny 2 on the PS5, but I can auto-pop the trophies, which is awesome. Next up, we have Battlefield 5. So, with Battlefield 5, I made a little bit of progress in trophies, but a lot of progress in overall completion. So at this point, I've now completed the Nordlist war story on hardcore mode. This one I found to be easier for sure than Under No Flag. Like, for some reason, this one didn't give me anywhere near as much trouble. Maybe because it was mostly in stealth. So I had a lot fewer issues with this one. There's still a couple of annoying parts, like the very final battle can be just a little bit tricky, but nothing too terribly bad on this particular mission. So that's 2 down, 1 more to go, but I believe this is the longest and the hardest one, so not looking forward to that. But once I complete it, it will pop all 4 of these remaining trophies, and that'll be my final trophy in order to obtain the platinum. Those last 4 will be the final 4 trophies I get before the platinum. So another trophy I earned, though, I actually managed to capture 10 flags in front lines because there were a lot more front lines lobbies active. And also, a good thing about Battlefield 5, it's about to go free on PS Plus, which is good for 2 reasons. One, it means that more people will be playing the game, and therefore there will be more noobs playing, so it should make game modes and stuff more populated and maybe make some of this stuff a little bit easier. But also, it will end up probably dropping the rarity of the platinum. So on here, it's up 0.5%, whereas on PSN Profiles, I think it's like around 6.5% or something. So I'm willing to bet it will drop under 5% by a couple months from now. So that'll be good. It'll make it a rare platinum, which will be kind of awesome. It's a lot of games do that. Still haven't done this one. This is the only one we're going to have to boost, and unfortunately the boosting group we were going to do this with did not work out because me and Ghost are North America and almost the same time zone. We're one time zone off from one another, and all those people were in, like, Europe and on the other side of the world and play at weird times, so we weren't able to do it. So I made another boosting group. Hopefully this group will be able to do it. I said North America only in it, so we'll see what happens. But with that, I mean, it's not really that difficult to boost, but I would not be able to do this one legitimately just because I cannot fly planes in Battlefield games. I never have been good at it. I've never been able to do it in any Battlefield game ever. I could do it fairly well with starfighters in, like, Star Wars Battlefront. I've just never been good at it in Battlefield. But thankfully, that's the only real trophy we're probably going to have to boost. And then no other trophies earned, but as for score updates, let me just pull that up real quickly. Currently, we have, it looks like, 37,000 more points to get as a recon, which is my worst class, but still 37,000, so almost 2/3 of the way there. 26,000 more as an assault, 25,000 more as a support, and 29,000 more as a medic, which is probably the easiest of the 4. And all in all, about 217,000 more total score in order to get all of the multiplayer trophies done. So progress is definitely being made even if trophies aren't popping, so it's okay. You know, we're making progress slowly. It's really, I mean, it's not difficult, it's just time-consuming, it's just grindy, it's just, I don't like this game either. I think I made that very clear that I really do not like this game, single player or multiplayer. But that's it for Battlefield 5 for this week. And now we have Far Cry 2. I have made a little more progress on this game. Well, I mean, a little bit more trophy progress, but a lot of in-game progress. In that I'm on, I believe, the final mission in the north, which is awesome. So, of the remaining trophies, this one is, I believe, the last trophy you get in the north, so that'll be one of the next trophies I get. And this one actually jumped up 0.1%, even though it's still like a 0.58, I think. I think it's up to a 0.58 on PSN Profiles, unfortunately. Rarer the better, so go ahead and shut them servers down sooner rather than later, guys. I want this platinum to be rarer. I know that makes me sound like a terrible person. The diamonds one, so this trophy, yep, no, I already had that one, never mind. Then that's a southern one, underground side quest. There's still, I've completed all the underground side quests in the north, so that's not a problem. I just have to complete, there's either 2 or 4 in the south. I've heard differing opinions on that. Then, let's see, that's going to be another trophy that we get that's story-related. So here's a trophy I earned this past week. This one is for purchasing the manuals and acquire the bandolier for 1 weapon. So that means purchase a weapon, both of its manuals, and a bandolier, however you want to pronounce it, with extra ammo that allows you to carry more ammo. So that's pretty unmissable because there's more than enough diamonds to get everything for all the weapons. I mean, there's just enough diamonds to purchase every single thing in the game. But actually, you don't want to purchase anything not related to the trophies until you've earned the trophies, just because it can glitch the game. Also, I'm at like 27% right now, but it looks like the next mission is going to be available to me to work, so that is a really good thing that I'm not encountering that glitch, but there's another one in the 80-something%, so I'm definitely more scared of that one. So do note that there are a number of potential glitch trophies. I would recommend, as annoying as it is, never take the bus. Even though it will add a lot more time to traveling around the world, the risk of the game glitching out and you having to replay the entire thing is just not worth it. So this one is an underground side quest. There are, like I said before, there are 3 in the north and either 2 or 4 in the south. This is for completing your first one. This is a story-related trophy. I believe this is going to happen as soon as you get to the south. Then already had the buddy side quest and got rescued. This one's going to come naturally while exploring everything. There's still 8 more jackal logs, purchasing everything. What else? So switch sides. This one of the guides says this one's actually missable, but I really don't think it is, because as best I can tell, once you've played all the missions for one faction, you automatically then have to go play for the other faction. It basically means play it, you know, play a mission for one faction, then play for the second faction immediately after. So if you do a mission for the UFLL, excuse me, then you play a mission for the APR. It's that simple. I don't think they're missable. It looks like it's actually more common than completing the northern regions, so it's probably unmissable. And did I earn any trophies aside from that? Yes, subverting all of the main faction missions. In the Northern Territory, there are 6 missions you can subvert. There's going to be more missions in the South, and I think that you can't subvert all of them. You just have to subvert 6 of them in each region. And then it looks like I didn't earn any other trophies. But yeah, I'm through like 12 or so missions, so progress is coming along. It's going to take a while, but I should easily be able to finish the north this week, and not sure how far I'll be able to get in the south, because that's where all of the diamond hunting and everything starts over again. Alright, level 720, 76%, 20,277 total trophies, 499 platinums, 2,907 golds, 5,440 silvers, 11,431 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week: continue working on Far Cry 2 and Battlefield 5 are my main 2 focuses, obviously. Otherwise, I don't really know what else I will play, because there's not really much more else to go and clean up unless I can actually find people to start doing the Division with, and I can't go do any other easy platinums. So really, it's just going to be those 2 games. I might also get started on Metro Exodus this week. I believe Resident Evil Village releases maybe this week, or maybe it's next week. I mean, it's not a day 1 for me, but I'm definitely excited to play it, because it's going to be fun, I'm sure, even though I couldn't get the demo to work because they made really weird decisions with it. So as for my updated what I want to do in the future, I've changed that up just a little bit to reflect the end of the month. So right now, the goal for May is The Division, Battlefield 5, and Far Cry 2, as well as Resident Evil 7's DLC, so DLCs 1 and 2 that I haven't finished yet. June through August, I want to do Black Ops 3, The Division 2, and Battlefield 4. 2 of those, of course, I have not started yet. So Black Ops 3 would probably be priority along with Division 2. I'm not too worried about Battlefield 4, because that game, I think, is still one of the more popular Battlefields. Then in September, we go do GTA 5 and start working on its DLC. At the very least, finish the heist stuff, even if I don't do Criminal Mastermind or Elite challenges. We'll have to see about those. Then in October, we jump back to the Outer Worlds and Borderlands 3. Provided that the DLC has gone on sale by then for a decent price. That's what that's entirely coming down to. November, Call of Duty Classic. The hell that awaits me with that. And then in December of 2021, finish it off with Shadow of the Colossus on PS3 and the rest of the stuff that might be possible to do in Uncharted 3. So that's kind of the upcoming plans for trophy hunting. There's not a whole lot of games left to finish, which is kind of insane to think that, you know, getting that close to being done with all of this stuff. That would really be something to be done with the entire backlog by the end of 2021, and I'm on a decent pace, provided I could actually figure out how to do the Division and have a group for it, and provided that I'll be able to get through Black Ops 3 in a reasonable amount of time, and the stuff in GTA 5, of course. I mean, thankfully, GTA 5's done adding trophies for the PS4, presumably, because the PS5 version's coming out in a few months, and hopefully Borderlands 3 doesn't get any more DLCs. And as for schedule this week, there's probably not going to be any streams this week, or at least not, you know, drunk streams on the weekend, or maybe there will be one, but there probably won't be any. because it's Mother's Day coming up. So I'm either going home or my family's coming down here for that whole holiday thing. So that's going to be taking up a bulk of my time on Friday after work and Saturday and some of Sunday. Maybe I'll do like a daytime stream on Sunday. I don't know yet. Depends how tired I am. Because I've been working a lot more recently, but the money's good. So got to be doing that while I have the chance. So thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, favorite, share, comment, and let me know what you guys have been working on this past week. Subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already, and I will see you for the next update.